Welcome back, poetry peeps. Filet mignon here from Medium Rare Poetry, coming to you from subtropical Queensland on a very stormy afternoon. So I'm snuggled up inside here and it's stinking hot. Anyway, today we continue with my playlist 45 Shades of Orange, and today's poem is reflecting of a very busy August in 2024, and this is where Joe Biden stepped aside and handed the baton over to Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz. And the energy that burst forth from this pair, ready for the Democratic National Convention where they were nominated as the official running peoples for the presidency of the United States, the energy was just amazing and everyone was abuzz. And so I needed to celebrate this with today's poem, which is called Free Energy.
Free Energy by Filet Mignon. All throughout America, the atmosphere was dull. The cost of living pressures rose to crush your very skull. The price of food was rising, and the rent would make you sour. Worst of all, the burden of the crippling household power. The citizens were hostage to the will of power giants, but no one could escape their clutches as their slavish clients. A household full of gadgets was the heart of domesticity. The basis of existence was enshrined in electricity. History books list visionaries like the brilliant Tesla, who tried to tap free energy, a multi-voltage wrestler. Big business could not cope with such a staple being free. They stole his work and patents, charging all of us with glee. And other pioneers explored alternate car propulsion, regarded by Big Oil with a mutinous revulsion. They wouldn't let the populace break out from market shackles. The hint of free technology would raise a magnate's hackles. Solar panels captured radiation from the sun. The source was free, but panels weren't, so there went all that fun. Turbines blowing in the breeze were churning out the watts. The trouble was, the cost of fans would give a bloke the trots. The Lone Star State refused connection to the nation's grid, and vested interest kickbacks left their service on the skids. The outages were constant, no respect for time of year. Kitchen fuel by mounds of dung from Texas Longhorn steers. Election year arrived and many voters seemed quite numb. The ageing candidates, it seemed, were striking people dumb. Then suddenly the sun burst through with Kamala and Tim. Their energy infectious, their cup filled to the brim. To make their roles official, thus was held the DNC, where thousands congregated in a nominating spree. The atmosphere electric, as the pundits often say, but this was more than truthful in an unexpected way. While walking home each evening through the darkened city streets, the delegates were glowing with abundant inner heat. While passing muted lampposts, they exploded into light, their energy affecting what an aura, what a sight. Citizens, while watching the convention on TV, absorbed the joyful vigour from their comfortable settees. In homes around the country, a spontaneous event. Their lights and gadgets came to life, no obvious intent. At first this was alarming. Could this be those UFOs? The skies were vacant, so this notion quickly was disposed. The DNC unleashed a new and captivating power, and every voting skeptic lost all reason to be sour. Their myriad appliances did activate within, when uttering the magic words, Kamala and Tim. A swathe of this enchanted light surged springing from Chicago, a trail blazing all the way to Fortress Mar-a-Lago. There in a darkened boudoir on a gaudy gilt-edged bed, a frightened scowling narcissist was slowly turning red. He sat with phone upon his knees, uploading thoughts so bitter, his pudgy thumbs creating vicious threats all over Twitter. He'd watched the whole performance of the vibrant DNC, so stark in moral contrast to his mud-filled RNC. Amid the gloom he fumed when then a jolt came over him. His chandelier exploded, thanks to Kamala and Tim. The nation now was free from being bound to corporations, all cars and homes empowered by a joyous indignation. All businesses were off the grid, no built-in obsolescence, the walls themselves infused by a spontaneous fluorescence. To power up your property with some overwhelming vim, just say the magic mantra that is Kamala and Tim. And when it comes to bedtime and it's time to kill the light, just mumbled Donald Trump for instant blackness. So sleep tight.
Well, you may or may not be aware of the quest for free energy, or as some people term it, 0 point energy, where energy is extracted from the universe around us with very little effort and certainly no generation of power by coal or nuclear power or wind or solar or any of that stuff. And as a consequence, no big corporations controlling it. So this poem was showing how we can generate our own energy just by being enthusiastic. And that's what we love to do here at Medium Rare Poetry. So I hope you like the poem. Please like, share and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye for now.